All right, Wolf Bear Records is here with Luke Fallon. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm awesome. Just appreciate being able to be here. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Sure. So tell me about yourself.
So I was born and raised here in San Diego. I've I've loved music my entire life. I used to be in like bands. I used to do like pop punk when I was in high school. I was in like a pop punk band. When I was in college, I actually ended up being in a metal band. It was kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine, something I always wanted to do, but I never did, and I got an opportunity, so I took it. That was awesome. Great thing about metal is a bunch of people come to metal shows. They don't care who's playing. And so that was a lot of fun. High energy shows. And so I fell in love with metal pretty quick for that reason. And yeah, and I fell in love with R&B, and then I started doing like some R&B hip hop type stuff, and I released an album and recorded a music video a while ago, and then another one recently, and got another one actually coming out pretty soon, probably this month, depending on when the guy is able to get back to me with the edit.
Nice.
So yeah, born and raised San Diego, just a dude out here trying to make it, raising two kids by myself right now. So it's an interesting story for sure.
Wow. So what made you go from metal to R&B?
Uh, a girl.
Oh,
I started dating a girl who listened to like she listened to Drake and J. Cole, Frank Ocean, and she would listen to that all the time. And at first I was just kind of like, this isn't my what I'm used to. Is really the thing is I just wasn't used to it. I wasn't raised on that kind of music. I didn't really take interest in it for any reason really. I just didn't have an opportunity until I started dating her. um, she cheated on me. Fuck that bitch. But no surprise there. That music is for definitely a certain type of girl sometimes, but depends. Depends a lot of the time. That's
so since you put out an album for R&B, what's your favorite?
my favorite um of my own stuff or someone else.
No, of your stuff.
Oh, shit. I think my all-time favorite of anything that I've ever done is probably the most recent thing that I did. I just, um, yeah, like I said, I got a video coming out for a song called Angels. I think that's kind of like that, and then the most recent song that I just shot a music video for, Stop Playing. That was probably another just kind of high point. Um, I just keep getting better and keep evolving as an artist. I got my little roots as influences, like my metal and kind of like poppy roots. I like writing hooks a lot of times. Like that's what my songs kind of sort of like ride on or hooks. So Stop Playing, and then yeah, I think the most recent one, Angels, which that's gonna be coming out real soon and be available everywhere.
Everywhere.
So yeah,
That's awesome. So is this something you've always wanted to do since you were a little kid? Just get into music?
absolutely. Yeah, I like I said, I got into like pop punk and metal when I was young. If I had gotten into R&B when I was young, I feel like I would have done things a lot earlier. I'm about 27. I say about because I'll be 28 in May, so I'm like halfway there. I don't know. When you get late in your 20s, like everything feels like you're just barreling towards your 30s. But um, yeah, I just kind of like I don't know. Um, yeah.
So who are some of your influences?
Influences. I'm heavily influenced by Black Bear. I really like Black Bear. Another huge influence of mine was a dude I used to listen to, Somo. He was like a YouTube guy. Um, really enjoyed his stuff. So yeah, those two were both really really heavy influences on me. And then of course when it comes to like the R&B, definitely Drake, J. Cole. That the Take Care album by Drake was a huge thing for me when I was I think I was in college or maybe even high school when that came out. But man, yeah, that was a game changer for me. Um, and then yeah, Frank Ocean. Fuck, I love Frank Ocean. And then Marky Basie actually was another big one for me. I started listening to Marky Basie and fuck with his shit. Fuck with that heavy.
That's awesome. So have you done many shows?
I've actually done a shit ton of shows for various things. Nothing that I mean, well, there was one big one when I was in a band. We went up to Anaheim and opened for a pretty big metal band, and that was huge. There's a lot of people there, but I mean, there wasn't. I mean, I haven't ever played like anything huge, but I've played a lot of small shows. I've got a lot of experience on stage, and yeah, performing and stuff like that since I was really young.
So you've done it quite frequently.
I used to, now that I got kids and COVID, obviously, like I haven't been doing it at all. But before, yeah, when I was younger and through college, after college, I'd play at a couple different clubs. I'd play at um, Flux nightclub. I'd play over at a place called Analog before they got shut down for serving minor booze.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. Um, that just is what they just didn't run a very tight operation there, which is what made it fun as fuck. I also went to a place, Atomic. I played there like a handful of times. That was a great. I think it is still. No, it's not still open. Well, I don't think it's still open. But it was a great venue. Had a lot of promise. But yeah, I never played a huge show there. It had a lot of promise. It was a small venue, so you could pack it pretty easy. But for some reason, it was just in that like weird armpit of downtown. Just kind of didn't have a lot of just walk-ins. It's just the people that you brought, and like sometimes you know people bail and stuff like that, so the shows end up being a little thinner.
So how old are your kids?
I got a 1-year old and a 2-year old. My little girl turned 2 in September. My little boy turned 1 in November.
Wow, so they're young.
Very young. Yeah.
So they definitely tour is not in the near future.
Not That depends. It really kind of depends on a few different things. It's possible. It's definitely possible. um the near future, probably not. Not in the next like year. But shows are definitely shows here in San Diego, and then I'll fly out. When it comes to being able to play like a good show, if I'm able to, because I've gotten a few different offers that unfortunately I wasn't able to take prior,
Right.
but to be able to open for artists in other cities. Now I'm finally in a situation where if somebody hit me with one of those offers, I'd be absolutely interested in doing that. But yeah, I mean, a tour, that's tough because yeah, the little ones,
Yeah.
they rely on me right now.
You probably do the fly out, fly back, fly out, fly back.
That'd be crazy. I don't know if I'd be up for that. But you do anything for the music, right?
Yeah.
You do anything to get your dreams.
Yeah.
Shit.
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, COVID's been really bad.
Yeah, COVID's been hitting hard. Has not been good at all.
I guess we're talking about another shutdown.
Yeah, we're looks like in January, I think was the last I heard. We're looking at another shutdown. Um, we are in a purple tier in San Diego, so that I don't know exactly what that translates to, but my experience of it is pretty relaxed.
Oh, so you guys are okay there?
Yeah, I mean, we certainly have cases, and we're taking precautions. Like everyone wears masks everywhere you go. There's no issue with that really. But yeah, there's definitely not as many restrictions as other places like Los Angeles right now. I think they're in a 3-week quarantine. I think they have to be like inside unless they're an essential worker. I also heard that you cannot go into another person's household if that's not your household. You have to stay in your own household. So that seemed to me
How
like
would they even monitor
pretty.
that?
I'm always serious.
I mean, I'm not. I doubt like that you could monitor that, but it just creates this sense of fear, and it definitely will instill like this like sense of control. People are just absolutely, unfortunately, at this point,
Sorry, I
uh,
had to giggle because
Siri.
yeah, she popped up.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. I was like, "What's up, Siri? What's up, Siri?"
It wasn't you, it was me, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. No, definitely wasn't my Siri.
Oh, that was silly. I was like, what? So tell me a little bit about your music. It's R&B. What'd you say the new video coming out?
The new video coming out is called Angels. It's gonna be sick. I mean, it's gonna be the guy who does the videos. He's really good. Um, the song is obviously about angels. It's about, obviously we all got people watching over us, and I feel, especially lately with some of the trials and tribulations in my own life, I feel like they're extra present and helping me through some stuff, and I feel like I got a lot to do. I feel like through my music, um, I have a big responsibility, especially if I start doing what I want, which is having a lot of people hear it. And essentially, that's really what I want. Like, I don't. It's funny because people always ask me like if I want to be rich and famous. No, but like have a lot of people hear my music and my message. Yeah, like I think something that I truly believe is that I want my art to be able to kind of like help people to be their best self, help people to realize that they can be their best self, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. Are you planning on making a new album soon or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's kind of a work in progress. I have the 2 songs already. Um, I wrote a Christmas song for shits and giggles. I'm gonna drop that. It's not gonna be a video, but it's for shits and giggles. Um, I like it though.
What's the name of it?
It's a good question.
Oh, you don't have a name for it yet?
Not yet, no. Still figuring it out. Right now, this is all it is. So
That's awesome. So do you buy your beats or do you make your beats or?
no, I buy the beats. I've made one beat actually. I have a song coming out. Don't know when I'm gonna release it. I want to release it with a music video, so I'm gonna wait. But well, yeah, that one I did make the beat for. I like it. I like the beat. I do make beats, but I don't like most of my beats. When I'm not that good at it. I focus more on my recording and my writing and my arrangements and stuff like that. And I do a little bit of production. I mix and master all my stuff. I don't think I'm all that great at it, but I do it mostly because I can't afford to have someone else do it. But well, I probably could afford it, but there are other things I'd rather spend my money on. You know what I'm saying? I'm good enough at it. So
So who do you have do your videos?
there's a guy named Pablo Garcia. He's a freaking wizard. Dude's incredible. I'm very blessed to have been connected with this guy.
I don't know if I know. That name sounds familiar.
I mean, Pablo Garcia does sound like a pretty common name, but yeah, you might know him. You ever spend time in San Diego?
No, I've never been to San Diego.
No?
That's one
Okay.
place I do want to go. I do want to go visit.
Oh man, you gotta come through. It is a fantastic city. There's a lot to do here. It's beautiful. It's always nice.
That
I
and I
mean, by winter
want
close.
to go to LA. I've always wanted to go to LA.
LA, yeah, LA is pretty good. LA is crowded and dirty though. There's a lot of good things about LA, but I've just been to LA so much.
It is though. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
between that and New York, and that's
yeah,
really where everything usually is.
yeah. You're absolutely right. That's definitely true. Which is one reason I feel fortunate to be so close. You know, I'm only 2 hours away. I can shoot up there anytime I want.
90% of that's where everybody acts and everything. So
Yep, it's where a lot of the acting takes place. There is a lot of music that takes place up there as well. A uh, huge community.
that's what I was saying. As far as my record label is concerned, that would be a good place for me to be.
Yep, definitely. It's the melting pot.
I'm not doing too bad here. I've already got 4 artists underneath of me, so
Nice.
I'm excited about that. 2 of them just dropped an album,
That is awesome.
so
Good stuff.
and then I'm starting my record at my radio station here shortly.
Nice.
hmm Trying to make some funds, and that's the way I'm going with the radio station.
You gotta stay about that funding.
Well, this is something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to do with music, deal with music, help the middleman, because I get really upset at the fact that nobody is really even noticed until they hit the main radio.
Yeah.
It bothers me because there are so many people that are talented that don't even get the chance to even get their music out there. And that's where I want to make mine because it's going to be all genres. So I'll be playing all genres. I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited to start it.
It's awesome. Sounds that sounds really cool.
So is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, just follow or subscribe to me on YouTube. It's just Luke Fallon. Follow me on Instagram, convicted_Fallon. Um, yeah, keep an eye out because I got more stuff coming for sure. I'm in this music thing for life. That's for sure.
So you actually play all day? You write songs and stuff?
Well, I work actually. I work all day and I take care of kids and I find time to do that in between all
All,
that. Now, the actual recording happens at night. So, I'll write and conceptualize music while I'm doing my day-to-day things. Um, Oftentimes it'll just kind of come to me. Um, Sometimes I kind of feel like I'm just a vessel, like that I'm like someone's like writing it for me in my head, but it's not. It's mine. I write it, but it just kind of feels like it flows out of me. So a lot of times, like people's writing processes, or everyone's writing process is different. For me, I can't sit down with a beat and just write something on a beat, and that's something that I actually have always been really hard on myself about. Um, but what I'll do is, all of a sudden it'll just come to me, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Oh, all right, I gotta write that down. Okay, and then I'm gonna put all right, and then I'm gonna kind of go into it like this, and then I'm gonna do like this, and then this is great, and then I'll just kind of like put that together, and then I'll actually find a beat to go with it, and like a puzzle piece. Like I'll just be like, oh hell yeah, like this is perfect. Um, or I'm hoping that one day I have somebody to make a beat for me, so I can just kind of say, hey, this is like what I want, so they can get down to something original. But who knows what the future holds when it comes to that. I just don't have the time or the patience to make my own beats right now. I
yeah.
did in college, man. A lot of nights, no sleep, forgetting to eat. That's what producing is all about, really. Ask any producer, they'll tell you.
All right, man. I'll get back with you and do another interview once more stuff comes out.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, we'll circle back when that Angels video drops. Should be pretty soon.
Okay,
But yeah,
I like to put a
definitely
video.
check out that Stop Playing has been my most recent project that has been getting a little bit of traction on YouTube actually. I was pretty happy with the results.
Okay, which song is that?
It's called Stop Playing by Luke Fallon.
Okay. Yeah, do you want me to put that on after this video?
Yeah, definitely. Throw
Yeah.
it on. Hell yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask which song you want to put on because sometimes I always want to put something at the end of the videos so people could see your stuff.
Yeah, perfect. Stop Playing. Perfect.
Sometimes I don't mind doing the live performances, but a lot of people can't really do the live performances,
Yeah.
especially when they're on the phone and they're using the phone. So
Yeah, that's true. Well, hey, listen, I really appreciate you having me on the show. This has been great. Thank you so much.
all right, yeah. I'll catch you later, and we'll definitely catch up again. Okay.
All right.
All
That
right.
sounds good.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Stop playing, I've been saying you got me fucked up. Say you bout it, I doubt it, you ain't shown me no love. I know you ain't been the one, you keep testing my trust. I don't know much about this, but I do know about one thing. Yeah. Those posts on your story, I know they were for me. You tried to ignore me. It's raining, it's pouring, yeah. And I know I never cheated. Don't care if you believe it. Got my cake and I'ma eat it. I'm rising up while you sleeping. Tried to make you the one, but you ain't having it. Learn my lesson from breaking bread with some savages. Could give a fuck with your parents, think they ain't about the shit. Done with fake love, I found the real and I'm down with it. Pen to paper, I finally feel like myself again. Do me a favor and never mistake me for a friend. Just lose my number, I blocked yours with no sentiment. My worst decision was trying to give you just one more chance. Stop playing, I've been saying you got me fucked up. Say you bout it, I doubt it, you ain't shown me no love. I know you ain't been the one, you keep testing my trust. I don't know much about this, but I do know about one thing.
Pick up the phone like who is this? Been off that shit with a new bitch. Stuck in the kitchen, I'm whipping my wrist and we smashing the white like it's Cool Whip. We rocking this shit just to get up my chips. Having no time to be fucking a bitch. If you fuck with my vibe, then you catching this dick. But if you're not down, then I'm calling no lick. Still been at and I got it, and they still watching my pockets. Streets are hot and I'm wildin', so I stay with the sticky, no problem. Can't never catch me slipping. Glocks and nines that I'm gripping. This tension got me tripping. When you look my eye, they glisten, yeah.
Stop playing, I've been saying you got me fucked up. Say you bout it, I doubt it, you ain't shown me no love. I know you ain't been the one, you keep testing my trust. I don't know much about this, but I do know about one thing. Yeah. Those posts on your story, I know they were for me. You tried to ignore me. It's raining, it's pouring. Stop playing, I've been saying you got me fucked up. Say you bout it, I doubt it, you ain't shown me no love. I know you ain't been the one, you keep testing my trust. I don't know much about this, but I do know about one thing. Yeah. Those posts on your story, I know they were for me. You tried to ignore me. It's raining, it's pouring, yeah. Those posts on your story,